Hello everyone, in this video, I will show you some best free horror games on Android and iOS in 2021. So without any further ado, let's start this video. The first game of this video is the Ghost co-op survival horror game. As you can expect from the title, this is yet another 1 vs 4 asymmetrical multiplayer game. But this time, you and your friends have to face off against a murderous ghost inside 2 different classic horror maps, an abandoned hospital and school. Although billed as a PvP game first and foremost, you can play it offline against AI. Next up we have Dead by Daylight Mobile. If you prefer something less cartoony, Dead by Deadlight is now also available on mobile. Although it has several gameplay differences compared to the original PC console version, such as per character upgrade system, more visual indicators, and shared inventory, the mobile game still features a similar selection of killers and survivors, including Left 4 Dead's Bill, Leatherface, Michael Myers, Ghostface, and Silent Hill's Pyramid Head and Cheryl Mason. Next up we have Identity V. Aside from the typical Hunter vs Survivors game mode, it also has additional modes like Duo Hunters, where 2 hunters team up against a group of 8 survivors, Blackjack, where 1 player is randomly selected as a hunter with each round, Tarot, 2 teams composed of 3 survivors, and 1 hunter must eliminate the other team's hunter, and Chasing Shadows, where 6 players have to race against each other in an obstacle course. Next up we have Dead Effect 2. Sure, the title is a blatant ripoff and a silly amalgamation of Dead Space and Mass Effect. But if you're looking for the best zombies, but in space, experience on mobile, then this is one game you shouldn't miss. In Dead Effect 2, we're tasked to clean up Professor Wagner's failed experimental virus, the titular Dead Effect, that ends up creating an army of zombies on board a spaceship. The game features RPG elements where you can upgrade the main character's abilities using more than 100 skills and 40 available weapons. Next up we have Into the Dead 2. Unlike Dead Trigger, this zombie game doesn't let you roam the game maps freely and play like an endless runner instead. But unlike most free-to-play horror games on Android and iOS, this game can be played offline. Here you can run through 60 stages from 7 action-packed chapters complete with different locales, including rural farms and military bases, and face off against a variety of challenges, including daily and paid VIP challenges. Next up we have Dead Trigger 2. Talking about Android and iOS free-to-play horror games, we have to mention zombie games as well. From the creators of the Shadowgun mobile sci-fi, the FPS series comes a horror shooter Dead Trigger. Its latest entry so far features 33 different areas for both the story and quick play missions, where you're tasked with collecting supply crates or killing a certain number of zombies in the area. You can use 70 weapons to mow down the walking deads. Next up we have Emily Wants to Play 2. Are you tough enough for ghosts, zombies, and crazed maniacs? Good, because in this one you have to deal with creepy, homicidal dolls. In this survival horror game for Android and iOS, you play as an unlucky sandwich delivery guy who's stuck inside a warehouse full of living deadly dolls. Look for clues and escape the place as fast as you can before they start playing with your life. Next up we have Dungeon Nightmares Free. The full Dungeon Nightmares game is a paid title that you can buy just for $1, but the free version also exists. Every night you go to bed, you end up waking up in a dungeon full of unspeakable horrors. Thankfully the dungeon is littered with items to help you survive each night and find more clues about this mysterious nightmare. But be warned, with each night, the game gets progressively more challenging and there's a dynamic AI system that will adapt to your playstyle. Next up we have Granny 3. The game does look rough, but that's pretty much how it goes with free-to-play games on mobile. Hey, as long as it still provides an intense and spooky experience for Halloween, right? A continuation from the 2 previous Granny titles, here you have to escape from Granny's dilapidated mansion to save your life. However, this time around, Granny is bringing her family to hunt you down. The last game of this video is Eyes. In this horror escape game, you play as an urban explorer who broke into an abandoned mansion to explore it. But as you can expect, there's something else inside the place, and scary stuff ensues. Eyes provide many levels that you can unlock, like a hospital and haunted house map, different game modes, as well as offline support and global leaderboards to add much-needed replay value to this kind of game. So that's the list of 10 best free-to-play horror games on Android and iOS to play in 2021. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel Games Geek and press the bell icon for more gaming videos.